G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. It's a bit windy today, it's a bit grey, but we've got some sunshine every now and then. I came down to the beach and thought, oh my goodness, the waves are massive, I'm probably going to die out there. So I resolved myself to check the sand first. Look at this guy. That is, yeah, it's a hard pebble in there. Look at this one. I don't think I've ever found one of these. That I can remember. It looks like the dark dogwelk I find at Hervey Bay, except obviously it's like, you know, brown and white instead. Oh, that's very cool. Not sure what it is other than a dogwelk, but that is very exciting. I'm also going to grab this guy too because I didn't notice him until literally after I finished filming that. Anyway, it is a cute little flat sand snail. You know, I didn't actually think I would be microshelling today. I thought, you know, the tide's getting low. It'll be a good day for the rock pools, but there's minis on the sand. Here we go, got a graceful cowrie, and this little one over here, yes, he did catch my eye. It is a little juvenile migrating moon snail with a very nice kind of brown coloration that's a bit different than the typical grey colour. Now that one is an uncommon sight here. I usually say that every time I find one of these from here. It's just a little Indo-Pacific arc shell, a turkey wing. I find lovely large ones up at Hervey Bay, but they're a bit more uncommon down here at the Sunshine Coast. It's a little juvenile cowrie. Oh, it's yellow. So with the yellow ones with like a single band over the top, I think that means they are the eroded cowries. Two goodies. This is actually the second one I saw, but the one I want to pick up the most. Here we go. Wow. This is actually like super beautiful. When I picked it up or when I saw it, I didn't really realize that it was so shiny on top with the nice like dark brown stripes. That is a very nice little clandestine cowrie. And the one that caught my eye first was yet another migrating moon snail. There we go. It has the more typical grey colour than the more brown one I picked up earlier. Ooh, the colour looks interesting. There we go. Is it shiny? I'm sorry about that wind, everyone. The wind just picked up. It looks like a sub-adult cat cowrie. Hasn't got his brown speckling on top. He feels pretty good. I'll be interested to see if he dries shiny. You know they're a sub-adult one, like a teenage one, when they still have a very, very colourful part on their base right there. It hasn't thickened up to be all white on the bottom yet. Ooh, that one looks cool. This guy he's all whole. Yes, he is also all whole. I can say that with confidence. This one is a variegated sundial, I believe. I've been finding the black and white ones here lately. This one's kind of like a brown and white. It's very, very cool. This is about maximum size for them as well. I think I maybe want this one, and also the wind is picking up quite a bit now. I am trying to shield us from it. Hopefully it's working. Anyway, this is a very nice looking crowned cone. It looks like he's still got a bit of his like yellowy green periostracum on him. So it's a pretty fresh find, I think. And no, there's no creature inside. That's just a bit of shell grit in there. A little joined bird cardita joins the bunch. I've seen a few today, but this is the first red one. So yeah, I really like the red ones more than the brown ones, I guess. It's all by its lonesome. It's not where all the other shells are. Anyway, it's a lovely joined bivalve. It is a discrepant Venus, I believe, with some extremely nice patterning on it. We are getting closer to the water and closer to checking the rock pools. I mean, yeah, this is a rock pool technically, isn't it? This is a lovely Microshells, a root-covered, no, not the root-covered, the carrion ribbed mitre. Oh, that one looks quite different than the grey one I picked up earlier. Let's take a look at this crowned cone. Yeah, he's empty as well. It's one of the pink and purple ones with the black spots. These ones tend to pop up more than the grey and blue ones. Yeah, but both of them are still types of crowned cones. They're just crowned cones. They have wonderful varieties with their patterns as well. That one has some very nice colour on the bottom. It's kind of typical on the top, but still a lovely yellow colour. I don't think it's a scaly scallop. I'm actually not very good with scallops. I only know like 2 or 3 scallop species that kind of look like this, and I just kind of shove them into that category, and I could be wrong. It could be a rusty ribbed scallop though. How does this one look? It looks pretty good. It's got its point. Sometimes the point gets chewed off really quickly by the waves and the rocks and stuff. It is a telescoped dove shell. You look shiny. You are quite shiny. It's Wait, just making sure it's empty. I'm pretty sure that's just shell grit, yeah. This guy looks like a sub-adult yellow-toothed cowrie, I believe. He's a very cute one. Ooh, another cowrie. I don't know if it's going to dry... Don't drop it. I don't know if it's going to dry shiny, but this one is a mature eroded cowrie. What? That is too lucky. That is just sitting down there, like, not even amidst other things. Oh my goodness, it's nice on top, everyone. Oh my good golly goodness. This is the smallest cowrie we find here, and they get worn away very quickly because the small shells just get tumbled a lot. So I'm very surprised just to see this kind of just randomly sitting there. It is the small-toothed cowrie. Very, very nice. They always have those lovely purple tips and purple ends on them. I just noticed this tiny guy. He's nice on the front too. Yes, he is. It is a very small operculum. I say very small because they can get like 4 or 5 times bigger than this. It is an operculum from a turban shell. I maybe like the look of this one. Yeah, it's an orange cockle. I sometimes find them up at Hervey Bay with a more pink color because they're faded, but from here they're like very, very nicely patterned. I guess they're a bit more fresh from this beach. I am intrigued. It might be time to put my bucket away and get out something bigger. There we go. I can put this guy in my shell bag, I think. It is a leafy oyster, I believe. I mean, leafy oysters, it could be that or it could be something else. I don't know. They're very unusual, though. They've got a lot of different kind of shapes that they can have. A couple of different colors as well. This one's a lovely orange and pink, though. What? Hello? What are you? Are you, like, occupied? Yes, there is a crab in there. The crab has taken this really, really cool little, oh, I don't know what it is. A whelk shell? I'm not very sure. I have seen this one before, occupied once again. It's just very cool. I got no idea what it is. Yes, I'm sorry, crab. You will go right back down, probably in a different spot. There you go. Well, look at that. The crabs are getting all of the pretty shells today. They have first crack at them, so don't feel bad about me taking the shells. They're probably the ones that they don't want anyway. This one isn't a Wendell trap. It is a Pacific Phos shell, and yes, it will go right back down. We didn't see the crab that time, but I did see him moving. Ooh, that is very large, but is it whole? My goodness, it is whole. I was not expecting that to be a whole one. I mean, yes, there is a slight hole right there, so it's not whole, it's holy hole, if that makes sense. Why is whole and whole the same word, or the same sounding word? Anyway, it is a lovely big bladder moon snail. It's right over here. This guy looks like a little juvenile zebra volute. Yes, and he's just got a couple of large pebbles in there. These guys can grow up to about 5 centimeters, I think. So yeah, this is just a little one. Well, I came over here because I saw this guy. Also saw that he is broken. Let me just grab him out. It's not the super best thing that I noticed. Oh, actually, it looks quite nice just sitting like that. Anyway, I crouched down and noticed the color down there. Are you whole? It is. It is whole on the top. There we go. I thought I was celebrating early for a second. My goodness, this is very nice. You know what? I think a crab must have just vacated this one because these guys get taken by the crabs oh so quickly. It is a lovely Certum rock shell. Just absolutely beautiful with that patterning. My goodness, they do not wash up here very often. That is an uncommon find. That one looks like another cat cowrie, but smaller. It's, this one, it doesn't have all of his brown speckling on top either. They're supposed to have brown speckles on top of their little bands of color, but this one feels like wet glass. It feels extremely smooth. I have high hopes that this little guy is going to be a glossy one. Yeah, second cat cowrie is probably my favorite so far. Is there a crab in that one? I cannot tell. Oh my god, it's deep. It's deep. Let me see you. You are? My goodness, it's actually a lot prettier than I thought it would be. There is just a couple of pebbles in that opening. I dare say there's not a crab in it. My goodness, I saw that underwater and I thought to myself, it looks like an old one. No, this looks very nice. It's got a lovely yellow color with his like nice spines and black dots. Okay, it is the prickly spotted droop shell. I don't think I said that before. I am on the other side of the lighthouse now and it is windy and there is a bit of sea foam. I do not actually want to look in here. That is kind of gross. I hate sea foam so much. Anyway, I'm hoping to find some of the larger shell species around here, but they're just not popping up. It's like all the big shells got swept away by all the rain recently. This one! And it was still there. I saw a wave nearly take it out, but there we go. Got myself a nice carnelian cowrie. I'm in a very bad... Oh, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. Well, I'm backtracking now to the quiet side of the lighthouse. Oh, I saw a cowrie down there. Stuff is still washing in on the waves, I guess. I think that was it. It looked kind of nice. Yeah, this one. It's an eroded cowrie. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is nicer than I thought it would be. I have picked up a couple of cowries today that have been kind of like they haven't felt like wet glass on top. This one feels like wet glass on top, and it's got a really pretty and unusual color pattern on it. Okay, it's just an extremely nice eroded cowrie, a nice mature one too with a thick base. Ooh, stretch. No. Ugh. There we go. Didn't think I would get it with how I was positioned. It is a juvenile Campbell's Strombus. Very unusual to see one here. And yes, it is definitely empty. That looks like a very nice little music cone. Just before I pick it up though, look at this guy. I don't know if you can see him. Let me try to zoom in. It's a little marine flatworm. That little kind of creamy white and purpley bordered little creature there. They don't get much bigger than that. I didn't want to disturb him, so I was waiting until he passed. Anyway, this is the shell I am after. Excuse me, I am still zoomed in. I can't be bothered changing it. Anyway, once again, it is a very cute little music cone with some lovely patterns on top. I see right down there a lovely black and white cone shell. Is it stuck? No, it looks like it's empty as well. Oh no. Oh yes, I thought that's a little cardita shell right there. I thought that was part of a snail, but no, it's just a shell. This guy is empty. It is a beautiful worm cone. I like the super dark pattern on this one. There is a black and white wiggly guy down there. Hello, Mr. Eel. You are extremely, he's kind of large, not gonna lie. He is like proper snake-sized. You wouldn't want to put your fingers down there, that's for sure. Oh, this guy is quite impressively large. It is a sea urchin. I don't know which sea urchin. It's black and spiky and I'm not going to touch it. Let me just get out of the way of that wave. He's found himself a nice place to hide, so yeah, I think we'll just leave him be. My goodness, there's a little black and white dude. I was actually looking here earlier because I saw that broken Arabian cowrie just there. Yeah, I totally missed that until I walked past it again. It's beautiful. This should be a lined dove shell, I believe, or something like that anyway. It's just it doesn't get much bigger than this. It's a pretty cute little mini that is very rare to wash up here. It's very green, but the top of it, yeah, I think it looks like it's just got a pebble in there. Hold on. Yes. Yes, there we go. It looks a lot like the worm cone, except this guy is a Hebrew cone. Just a little one. They have kind of square patterns on them rather than the solid black that the worm cones have. Yes, maybe I want you. It is a little species of thorny oyster, aka a spondylus shell. I feel like I have found one of these before. I'm just not sure what it's called. Well, I'm just doing one final check of the high and dry rack line. Got myself a nice piece of lace coral. Only 2 mini sand dollars. They're not really around much today. I did just notice this guy, one of my favorites to find from here. Oh, excuse that wind. It is a little ram's horn squid. Squid shell, sorry. It's the internal shell of a squid-like creature. Sometimes they pop up here and then, you won't see them for ages. I was expecting all the winds and rain to bring out a lot of big shells, but it didn't bring any big shells, but it brought this guy to me instead. So here are the shell finds for the other day. And if you've enjoyed them, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. I started setting these guys up at the beach and then the afternoon sea breeze just came in and I couldn't keep them from toppling off of the rock I was putting them on. So yep, we're at home having a look at these lovely seashells. And of course, it is the end of the video now, so it's time to talk about a favourite. And if you do have a favourite as well, please let me know down in the comments. Well, initially when I left the beach, I thought to myself, wow, I didn't really find as much as I thought I would find with the super low tides. But then I was talking to Mr. Sheller on the phone, and he says, because it was a public holiday a few days before then, and he went to the beach on that day, and he says, you know what, Maddie, you were so lucky to find anything. There was that many people looking for seashells at the beach. So from that perspective, I am very happy with the shells that I found today. Oh, sorry, a few days ago. You know what, I do want to give some special mentions before talking about a favourite. I want to give a special mention to this beautiful shiny cat cowrie. it doesn't look like he's grown much of his brown speckling on top, which is why he looks so pale. That is a very nice cowrie. I also really like this kind of shiny clandestine. That is an absolutely wonderful shell. You know what, I also want to give a special mention to this guy. The last time I found one of these, I lost it when my little shelling bucket overturned, so it's very nice to have one. Yep, that's just a couple of pebbles in there. And you know what, for my favorites, my goodness, I think I actually have 3 favorites today. The first favorite goes to this guy, a lovely Certum rock shell. That's the one. I was actually watching this footage back last night of me finding it, and I thought to myself, wow, it was really ambiguous if there was a crab hiding in there or not. No, there is absolutely no hermit crab in this guy. He was free and clear to take. Just absolutely love that coloring. Just a beautiful uncommon shell. The next favorite is going to be this eroded cowrie right here. It must have just washed in because look at how shiny it is. It also has like this really unusual like blue and orange mottling under its typical colors, which is just absolutely wonderful. And finally, the I don't know if it's the top favorite, but maybe the top favorite is actually the first one I found. Like when I saw this, I was like standing at the beach for like a few minutes trying to find, you know, something nice to start with. I mean, usually I just pick anything, but when I saw this, like my eyes popped and I'm like, oh, that's such a cutie. It's I started rambling. It's like a very cute little dog whelk. I still don't know what it is, but that one is also my favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.